Hello class, hello professor. Today my speech is on physician-assisted suicide and should it be legal in all 50 states. I hope by the end of my speech I have your support in PAS. The result of people with terminal illness that commit suicide every year is devastating and cannot continue to be ignored. By the end of my speech, I hope to have convinced you to side with PAS. People in their last stages of terminal illness should have their right when and how they're going to end their time on this earth. Thank God it's over. Her death was a blessing. He shouldn't have had to suffer that way. Now at least he's out of his misery. Those poor children, at least they're not burdened anymore. Are those the things you would want said at your funeral or at a loved one's funeral? I wouldn't. I am picking this issue because I feel strongly that if you are terminally ill and you have a short time to live and is mostly going to be painful, you should have the right to choose if you want to suffer or die in peace. I have watched one too many loved ones suffer on their deathbed. I know if they had the choice of PAS, they would have went that route. It is a terrible thing to watch somebody die a slow death. It is wrong and cruel. I want to see my loved ones that live their last days smiling and remember them that way and not have to remember them ill. She was a pleasure to be around. Boy, I loved her smile. I will miss her and I will miss her laughter. She was a beautiful person. Those are the things that I would want said at my funeral or my loved one's funeral. Now that I have established reasons why you would want a loved one to get PAS, I'm now going to show you some startling statistics. 1 in 10 suicides are linked to chronic illness. That is one person every day. In a study, The Truth About Suicide, they found 10% of suicides in Britain are linked to terminal or chronic illness. For more than 400 deaths a year is linked to terminal illness also. 80 prisoners committed suicide last year for chronic illness. This is an urgent matter and we need support on it. In conclusion, PAS is growing as a nation. More and more states will be trying to legalize it. I hope my speech was enough to persuade you where if God forbid you had to face this topic one day, you would choose to help them and help them leave this life peacefully. If you are still on the fence, please go to theguardians.com and read the 2 stories. I Plan to Kill My Father and She Took Her Own Life. Maybe watching real life or listening to real life stories will help you in this matter. Thank you for listening to my speech.